What's up, guys? We got some more no cooling calls. Said this guy was running, and it is. Got some heat coming out of it. Coil's a little dirty. Said this one here wouldn't kick on at all. So I love this configuration. It's spectacular. And I don't feel anything running. So let's get our panel off. Might have been shooting arrows at it. What the hell? Get our panel off. See if we got power. So it disconnects in. Let's see what's going on inside this guy. I don't see anything too unusual from here, so except it is a little dirty as well. So nothing too terribly unusual here. Let's see if I got voltage. So I got 211 volts. Let's see. Let's see if we got a call. That's nice. I'm not getting a call. So I got no call for cooling. No wire diagram there, that's helpful. Thermostat was calling for cooling. Looked like it had power. Let's see if we got power here. So I got no power from common to red. So let's dig in and figure out what is going on there. See if I can't get in here and check transformer. So I got 28 volts there. Well, I see the problem. That fuse is blown. So we got a low voltage fuse blown. Well, let's try to figure out why. So just looking over everything, I don't see anything that's shorted. Nothing noticeable. That's the high limit back there. Like somebody pulled that off just in time. And I don't see anything up here. That's where all my wires run through. We just got a low and a high pressure. So I guess let's get a little popper and see if we can't, see if it doesn't come on or if we get another short somewhere. Compressor run. Venture fan runs. What happened here? Maybe from my stack and my common's the only thing not connected. That dropped my compressor out. And my blower still runs. trip. I'm not sure what happened here. Could have a problem with the thermostat, maybe? Just keep on digging, get this blower panel back on, and go from there. So I lost my call for cooling when I connected that common. So just waiting on it to thermostat to kick back in. We'll go in. The thermostat was kind of hanging crooked on the wall, like it wasn't really mounted. So I'm wondering if there's not something back there behind that thermostat. Probably not get much video inside, but I'm gonna go in there and look. Maybe get it secured and just go through all my low voltage wiring. We'll probably redo all of this with new wire nuts. Had the one break off already. I don't have much slack in my wire, but there's also, if I follow it up, there's a junction box right there. So need to probably pop that open and see what's going on inside there. It looks like it's fairly well secured, but inside I don't know what's there. So let's give it some time for the thermostat to kick in and get up to that box, see what's inside, and then from there we'll pop a new fuse in this thing. I do find that if you're using, whether it's the 3 amp or the 5 amp, the little poppers take a little bit more to trip than just your basic fuse. So sometimes little popper will be fine, and you'll pop another fuse back in and it'll pop right away. So I don't see anything rubbing or abnormal up here. These all got good tight connections. You can see they were secured well. I don't see anything rubbing or any spots on my wires or anything weird. So let's get in and check the thermostat and verify that everything's good there, and then we'll see where we go from there. It just kicked in with the call from the thermostat. So what I'm going to do now is just start moving some wires around and see. My common came back undone. And I'm not sure why it's dropping out every time I connect that common. It's gotta be because that stat's getting power. Let's go in and look at the stat real quick and get a wire nut on that common. So yeah, it's that thermostat timing out every time I connect power. As you can see, it's just kind of hanging there, and that's sheet metal behind it. So you gotta get that secured and make sure. I'll bet something's rubbing behind here. I don't have much access, so I'm gonna get in there and see what's going on. So thermostat just timed out again. I'm just gonna check my temp drop while it's running before we everything looks good with it. I don't suspect there's any refrigeration issues. We're not freezing up or anything. We could probably stand to get that cap tube off of there, but I'm gonna go wiggle that thermostat around, see if I can't get it to trip. But I almost guarantee you there's something behind that thermostat the way that it's mounted, and it's an intermittent short, or it's something going on back there with as loose as it is. There's a piece of sheet metal will eat through those wires quick. Yeah, we're gonna be good on refrigeration. It's still dropping. We'll watch it for a few minutes, make sure the temp comes down. 56 would have been 20 degrees. I'm at 17 now, still dropping. But that'll be all right there. Nothing up there. We'll go ahead and put that back on. And let them know. I don't know if they're doing their maintenance, but somebody's gonna have to come clean these coils. They ain't gonna last too much longer like this. You still see some light through them, but they're getting some buildup. Cottonwood has been bad this year. That is a little piece of metal. and it was shorting that periodically, which that would just run the cooling. You can see it kind of overheated the back of the stat, the common wire. Right there was probably our cause for the trip. So we're gonna fix the common wire. Thermostat seems to be okay, so I'm not gonna mess with the thermostat. We'll let them know that, you know, that was shorted out a little bit and overheated, but we're gonna clean up all these wires. I only had one screw in it, so we'll get it secured the best we can. This isn't the best thing, but it's a steel beam you can't really tap into. So we'll get all this tidied up and fixed, and if they want to change the stat, we can, but it seems alright right now. I wouldn't worry about it. I got that metal out of there, so just get this common wire fixed. That was likely the cause for the short. I don't see anything else. They didn't make it easy. So we got rid of that screw that was holding the front off, and we're secured. My wires are in here, so there's nothing gonna rub back here. Gotta be good to go. So we went ahead and got good connections, restripped, and new wire nuts on everything there. And this is probably going to time out the thermostat when I give it power. So once the thermostat times out, it's going to make sure it kicks back in. We ought to be good here. That short behind the stat was definitely where our short was. I didn't see anything else. We got all this secured. Coil's going to have to be cleaned, but we got people without air right now, and these guys don't do maintenance. That's on them. They're gonna have to make a decision. If they want us to come back and clean this, fine, because it's gonna need to be cleaned, and we're gonna tell them that. But I'm not gonna spend the time to clean it right now, because that one needs to be cleaned too, and I'm gonna move on to the next one. All right, this guy just kicked back in via the thermostat. We ought to be good on it. They don't give you ever all the information when you first get here, so I asked him about the coils, and he says, "Oh, no, we'll clean those, no problem." Somebody did. He was in there messing with that thermostat, and he said he saw a spark behind it. He tells me that after I found where the spark came from, but that would have been helpful to know in the beginning. But anyways, we got all this tidied up. New wire nuts, new strips on all these wires. Thermostat's secured now. It ain't gonna rub no more. And they got cooling. We were running about a 18, 19 degree temp drop earlier, so she's gonna be all right, and we're gonna move on to the next one.